Hello everyone, my name is Kamal and you're watching my YouTube channel WDcoders. Today in this video, I will create a Node.js authentication application in which I will use TypeScript, MySQL database and Prisma client. Let's start the video. First of all, I will create two folders here, client and server. In server folder, I will create a Node.js APIs and in the client folder, I will create Angular application in which I will use Node.js APIs. Okay, let me open the terminal. So here, create a Node application npm init. Okay, some dependencies we need to be installed. So npm install express dev dependencies also we need to be installed. Now I will init a TypeScript. So npx tsc double hyphen init. These are the settings of tsconfig.json file. In the package.json file, I will write some command ts not dev. Okay. So here in this folder, I will create src and server.ts file. Okay. In the server.ts file, I will import http from http. I will create a server. Create server. Dot listen. For now, port will be 3000. I have already created APIs in Postman. These will be the APIs which I will use. So port will be 5002. Okay. Port. Port. Okay. Here we need app. So I will create app.ts file. Import express express export default app. Okay, I will import here. Now let me try to run the application. npm run dev. Okay, it's running. Now I will create some folder structure, modules, config, middleware, utils, and types. Okay. Inside a module folder, I will create a auth folder and I will use a MVC structure. So I will create auth controller dot ts, auth route dot ts, auth schema dot ts, auth service dot ts, repository auth dot ts. Okay, so these are the folder structure, and in the config folder definitely I need a env dot ts and prisma also we need, so prisma dot ts. Okay, let me install Prisma npx Prisma init. Okay, so now schema.prisma file created, .env file also created. I will install a Prisma client also. I have created a database main underscore auth underscore app. Okay, so this database we will use. Here in the database URL, I will update a URL and here I will provide main auth app. Okay, here I will add a port and later on we need access secret, so that also I will add here. In the src folder, in config folder we have env.ts file, so I will create export const env access secret process env like this. I will add port process.env port. Okay, in the prisma.ts file I will import Prisma client, Prisma client, like this. Okay, now Let me use this env.ts file for testing. Env. Okay. I will use a port here. Now let me try to run application npm run dev. Yeah, it's working. Okay. Here also I will add the same. Let me try to run again. Oh, here we are getting undefined. I need to be import .env, but before that I need to be install. Now it's running. So this is fine. Now we need to be work on the schema. MySQL. Let me remove this content. So first I will create a user role. We need to be create a role. So enum role admin author reader. That's it. First in the controller, I mean auth controller, I need to be add a function export const auth controller. Okay. I need to be add in the route. So auth routes router. I will add the type here. Export default auth routes. Okay. Auth routes post register auth controller register. Okay. Now in the app.ts file, app.use auth routes. Okay. Let me run the application. So this is running. We'll try this one. Message register. So it's working. Okay. Now we will write a logic. So we have a service repository. Okay. So first in the repository, I will create method. So export const auth repository async create user await Prisma. This I need to be import. Oh, first we need to be run the Prisma for creating a table. Okay. So npx Prisma migrate dev. Yeah, here we have a user table. Okay. Now in the user dot create, here we need a data. Okay. So I will add a data like this. I can use like this. Okay. But I think ID created at and updated at we don't need. So I will use a omit ID created at updated at. Okay. Like this. Now one more method async find by email. Await Prisma user find unique via email. Okay. So now in the service.ts file, I will create a register method. So first we need to be check the user exists or not. Okay. Await auth repository create find user. Okay. So here we need to be provide a DTO. I mean type we need. So I will create one more file here in auth dot type dot ts export interface register DTO name email password. Okay. DTO. Okay. Email. If this user exists. So I will return, I will throw an error. User exists. Okay. Now we need to be hash password if user does not exist. Okay. But I need to be installed first Bcrypt. Okay. Await port from Bcrypt.js password. Okay. Auth repository dot create user name, date your name, email, your email, password as password, and role. By default, for now, I will provide a reader. Return user. Okay. Now in the controller.ts file, I will add a try catch, next error, const user, await auth service register body. Okay. Register successfully and data will be like this. Okay. Now we can run and we can check npm runtime admin admin. Okay, we are getting undefined. In app.ts file, here I need to be add express JSON. Okay, let's check again. Okay, registered successfully. So this is working. Now if I try again this one to add a user, the same user, then user exists. So I'm getting this error. Let me create a error handler in the middleware. Let me close all the files. In the middleware folder, I will create a error handler.ts file, export const error handler for now unknown request, response, next function. Okay. Instance of error, return. Let me create a response.ts file in the util.ts, and here I will create a two method export const success response, request, and no, I think I don't need a request. I need to pass a data message status code. By default will be a 200, and message will be blank by default. Okay, like this. Return status code, JSON, success true, data message. Okay, and we copy this one. For error also we need to be create. So error false, okay, and here like this. By default 500. Now in the error handler I will use the same return error response message 400, otherwise let me create one constant file for the messages, and these are the messages. Okay, messages something went wrong. Okay, now this error handler I need to be run on app.ts file. So app.use error handler application running. Let me check again. Okay, user exists. So like this message will come. Okay, so now if I try to send a data without, I mean blank data, if I send, then I need to be checked on the controller. Okay, before inserting into the database. So I will use a Zord. So let me install Zord first. Okay, now Zord we have installed, and in auth.schema.ts file I will create a schema export const register schema object name set string name is required. Okay, I will add email email is required, and for password minimum will be 6. Okay, like this. Now in the controller I will add here const parsed register schema say parse body so we need to be true parsed error. Okay, let's check once. We need to be run the application. Okay, we need to be modify this format in the error handler. So here I will add one more if condition instance of zod error is use map let me copy this one and here I can pass these issues. Okay, let's check again. Okay, perfect. Name, email, and password. Perfect. Okay, now we need to be work on the login. Let me close all the files. Controller. Let me copy this. And let me copy sim try catch from here. I can add a message here, message user registered. Okay, user logged in. Login schema. Okay, login schema. And like this register, let me copy login, and DTO also we need to be create login DTO. So in this login one, first we need to be check if user exists or not. Okay, so user, we got a user using the email. If we got, then let me remove this one. So user, if we got the user, then it's fine. I think note I need to be add here, and I need to be throw an error messages user not found. Okay, and now we need to be match a password. Bcrypt compare your password user dot password. Okay, if password not matched, then incorrect credentials, payload, and we need auth payload also. User.id, email, user.email, and then we need to be generate a token. Okay, so let me install a JWT JSON web token. Import JWT from JSON web token. Okay, TypeScript version also we need to be installed for the JSON web token. Okay, access token JWT sign payload env access secret and expire 15 minutes. Await auth. No, I think we don't need. We need to be returned the access token. Okay, use like this. Okay, now in the controller we need to use a login. That's it. Let's check again to run the application. Okay, now in the login, admin 1 2 3 4 5 6. We are getting 404 not found. Okay, because we need to be add a route. Login, log. Okay, check again. Yeah, it's working, right? So we got access token. Now we need to be get a logged user data. Okay, for this I will create a method in the controller. Okay, but see, uh, I mean the logged user detail we will return back if uh, because we this route will be protected. So we need to be check the token valid token we have or not. Okay, for this I will create one middleware authenticate.ts, and here I will add export const authenticate async. Okay, and here I will add a if condition, and we need to be check first header const auth header headers. So here I need to be add a string or undefined. Okay, request and response I will add like this. So if auth header is not present, then I can throw new error messages unauthorized. Okay, token string or undefined auth header split. If token is not present, then again I need to be throw an error and the same message. Otherwise we will decode JWT, and we will verify port JWT from JSON Web Token. Verify token env, the same access secret we need to be used, and in the request we need to be add this decoded data. Okay, so let me create a auth payload. Okay, auth payload type, export interface auth payload, email string, or ID will be a number. Okay, and the same auth payload I can say like this. And for this I think I need to be create express, I need to be declare global namespace express interface request auth payload. Okay, now it's fine. Here I need to be return next. And here next error if anything will come. And the same auth payload I will use in the controller while generating a token in the login here. Okay, now authenticate.ts, and here we have a me in the controller, this one. I can do const user await auth service. Let me create one method async find user by email, mail string, const user, auth repository, find by email, email, if user not found then user not found, otherwise return user. Okay, and in the request we have the user email, right? And we can return like this. Success response, and here we need to be provide a data, so user and message will be blank, that's fine. Okay, so now in the route I will create a me, or I can check yeah, here we have the me, and this will be a get. So get, let me protect this one, so authenticate. Okay, now let's check without a token. We are getting unauthorized access. If I log in, let me copy this token, logged user here I will provide a bearer token, invalid input. So we are receiving, we are getting invalid input. Okay, we are okay. Here I need to be add me. Okay, yes. Now we are getting a data, that means protection for the routes also working fine. Now we need to be run this logout API. But the thing is, in the JSON web token, we can't modify the expire in keyword, right? I mean, we can't expire this one. So I'm thinking we can create one thing here. I mean, we will store the token in the DB, and while we are login or while we are accessing any routes which is protected, we will check user exists in the DB or not, and the token associated with the user ID or not. Okay, so I will create one model, a user token, right? Let me migrate DB, npx Prisma migrate dev token table. Okay, now in the auth repository, I will create three method: async, save token, await Prisma user token, create data. Okay, user token and find token, token, right? And delete token. Okay, now in the schema, sorry, in auth.service.ts file, before returning, I will add a token in the DB auth repository, save token, So user ID will be a user.id and token will be a access token like this. Now, while logout, token string, await, auth, repository, delete token, token, return true. Okay. And in the controller, while logout, user logged out. Okay. Await auth service dot logout. But here we need to be pass a token, right? So let me store the token in the request. So first I need to be here user token string. Okay, like this. So here will be a user token, right? And here also we need to be add a token. So user token like this. Perfect. But while we are verifying token, we need to be checking the DB also. So check DB for token existence. Why? Why we are doing this one? Because after logout, suppose I have login and immediately I have logout, but the token is exists, right? Token will not be expire. So we need to be checking the DB. If token is present there, then we will allow. Otherwise, we will not allow a user. So const stored token await auth repository find token if stored token is not present there, then we can throw an error unauthorized, or we can say return error response token expired. Okay, like this. Let let me check again. Npm run dev. So authentication token expired. Let me log in. This is working fine. If I put in the logout, let me create a route. Logout. Okay. User logged out successfully. If I check again this one, authentication token expired. Okay. So this is also working fine. So all we are done. In the next video, I will use these APIs in the Angular application. Okay. So guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for the latest updates. Thank you for watching.